been pretty well covered tonight. I was going to speak on a lot of things, but I'll just give you a few examples of how this guy's got convicted real quick. Johnny Sutton doesn't tell you that Compean spotted this van coming from the river towards Famous, and that this van load of marijuana was chased for 11 miles. He says this was a conspiracy between Ramos and Compean. Compean was 6 miles away at the river. Ignacio Ramos was at the Border Patrol Station having lunch when this happened. Compean alerted the Border Patrol. Ramos put his lunch away, ran out to intercept the van, and he followed him back to the river where he tried to ditch the $1 million load, 743 pounds of marijuana, into the canal. The smuggler tried to ditch the van. He ran into the canal. He climbed out of the canal. Agent Compean had stayed there on the edge of the canal, up on the south side, or toward the Mexican side of the canal, and he tried to grab the drug smuggler. He didn't try to hit him. Johnny Sutton made, well, not Johnny Sutton, but Debra Kanof, and then Oscar Juarez, a Border Patrol agent who came from Mexico, became a Border Patrol agent, was given immunity from prosecution, and he admitted on the stand that the prosecutors made him change his statement 3 times or face indictment. And not only him, but also Arturo Vasquez and David, what's his last name? Jaques. All 3 of them admitted on the stand that they had changed their statement 3 times. They were given immunity from prosecution in exchange or proffer letters. So was Osvaldo Davila. He was given immunity from prosecution. He was given a crossing card to go back and forth between El Paso and Juarez to get treatment at the Army Hospital in El Paso, unsupervised. Now, they lied. They committed perjury. You know who committed perjury? The U.S. attorneys, the prosecutors. They lied to the grand jury, and they lied to the trial jury when they told them, Mr. Davila only did this once. This is perjury. They had sealed indictment on the other 2 loads that this guy brought in September, October of 2005 while we were pending trial. They had those indictments, and they had a warrant for his arrest back in October of 2005 that was expunged by the government in El Paso Sheriff's Department computer. And I got this from a DE agent with the Sheriff's Department. They lied. They lied. The smuggler lied when he said that he was a one-time smuggler and only did it because he needed money for medicine for his mother's high blood pressure and to renew his. Well, you know, if I needed, when my mother was alive, if I had needed money to buy her a prescription, would I go and bring $1 million worth of drugs to make $15 to buy a prescription? Would I go bring $1 million worth of drugs to go renew my driver's license? I mean, this is what the U.S. attorneys presented to the jury. It's unbelievable, but you know, this jurors were something else, except for 3 of them that had the guts to come forward 3 months later and say that they made a mistake. That had they known that this guy continued with his drug smuggling activities, it would have been an automatic hung jury. But we were warned. We were warned. We were there 12 days in that trial, and we were told that if we were to let that indictment be known to the media and the jury would have found out about it, we were facing jail or prison time. This is exactly the threat that we got, which was relayed to us by our attorney, Mary Stillinger. So, you know, I used to sit there, and my daughter would sit there, and she would pinch me because I was so angry I couldn't hide it. You know, I knew what was going on. I knew all the lies. I've been out there at Canal at least 8 or 10 times. I've taken measurements. I filmed my son-in-law, Agent Ramos, before he went to prison, running the route from his Border Patrol wagon into the canal and out, and I clocked him. I did the whole investigation, and I've done that. I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours on this case. And that's why I tell you These guys are innocent. If this guy's had been, if there was any indication that this guy's had committed a crime, I'd have given my son-in-law my blessings and told him, you know, you messed up. You got to go do the time. But that's not the case. These guys are innocent, and we have a lot of faith in God. And with God, we're going to get them out of that prison. Thank you so much for being here.